about CRM or Customer Relationship Management, and I will be giving you advice on how to create a CRM for your business. So, for those who are just starting out in this field and wanted to grow their business doing freelancing, you need to see this one to know what are the steps that you needed to apply for you to be able to grow your business. So, let's start. So, first, I wanted to introduce CRM. First, what is CRM strategy, or do we need this in growing out our business? The answer is yes, and let me tell you why. So, first, what is customer relationship management? So, it is a plan to grow sales and improve customer service through a combination of processes, actions, and technology. It typically involves the sales, marketing, and customer service functions of a business. So, what was once the traditional buyer seller model has shifted from transactional to customer centric. Customer relationships today require higher levels of maintenance, which is why businesses now have entire CRM strategies dedicated to managing them. So one of the reasons is that customers have bigger expectations than ever when it comes to customer service, which is true. They are not going to think twice about going elsewhere if yours isn't up to scratch. When we hear the word CRM strategy, we're inclined to think about CRM software. But software is only one piece of much larger puzzle. The best customer relationship management strategy incorporates both people and software. So, what will CRM strategy do for your business? So, let me tell you about your questions. What will CRM strategy do for my business, or how CRM manage or CRM strategy will help your business grow? There are a number of reasons why your business needs a CRM strategy, because a good CRM strategy will help you provide an enjoyable customer service at all touch points of the customer journey. Second one, it strengthens collaboration between sales, marketing, and customer service teams. Third one is clearly and quickly identify the most worthwhile leads and opportunities. The next one is it keep track of your leads and customers as they move through the buyer funnel. So it also carry out targeted marketing campaigns. And the last one is concrete it produces concrete figures and data insights to inform and guide your future business strategies. Okay. So now, how to create a CRM strategy from zero or from scratch. Since you are just starting out, you will start from scratch. I will be giving the 8 essential steps to follow when creating a CRM strategy from scratch. So, first one is define your CRM strategy, vision, and goals. The first thing you need to do before creating your CRM strategy is to revisit your overall business strategy and high level business goals. You need to create a vision of what you want to achieve from CRM strategy. That's the important thing. That way, it has a clear purpose from a very beginning. So you need to know what will you look up to, what will be your goals. You need to visualize the what will be the what is the outcome of your strategies. Think about how you want to contribute to the success of your business. Increased customer satisfaction. Increased customer satisfaction, higher productivity and efficiency, and decreasing customer churn rates are all examples of common CRM strategy goals. So you need to remember your CRM strategy is not an end in itself. It exists to drive a business's goals, so you need to integrate it into the overall strategy of the business. So step two, or the next one, is define your target customer with buyer persona. That is very important. You need to create a buyer persona that represents your ideal customer. You need to know your target. You need to know who is your who you want to sell your services, or what will be or who will be your ideal customers. Make it as detailed as possible. That is important because we have a saying that first impressions last. So if they will be seeing your buyer's persona or your profile, and they will be seeing a lot of informations about what you do, what you become, or what you did, your past experiences, they will be more interested to know about you and what you do. It includes you need to include the information such as demographic and behavioral characteristics, as well as your interests. As well as interests, challenges, and aspirations. What you overcome before you make it in at this point of your life. Okay, so here are some research methods that you can use. So first, you need to interview your sales and customer service teams. You need to come up with an idea. You need to know their suggestions, or you need to get an idea from them. Okay, so second one is to study different customer profiles and even interview customers directly. You need to know what they want. You need to know what services they wanted to have, what services they wanted to get, or what they need, because you are offering your service. You need to know what services you can offer to them for you to have a buyer. Okay, so the third one that you can do is to send customer surveys, because customers will answer those surveys, and you will be collecting, or you will collate the informations, or the customers suggestions about what they want or what they wanted to avail. To maintain strong customer relationships and attract quality leads, you need to understand exactly who is purchasing from you and why. So, having a clearly defined buyer profile is essential to becoming a customer centric business. It is the key to ensuring your teams are focused on the true needs and expectation of your customer, because the customer wanted to you wanted the customer to make feel that um, you heard them. Okay, you are giving attention to what they are saying, what are their suggestions. So you need to make sure that the input or the services that you will be offering is the customer's need. Okay, and that's not all. Knowing exactly who to target will also ensure your sales and marketing. Don't waste time on unsuitable leads. You need to make your time every second valuable, because um, time is our enemy in here. We need to save time as much as possible. Okay, so the third one, or the third step, is define your customer journey. Okay, so to master customer relationship management, you need to know each and every step of the customer journey. Then you need to ensure a top-notch customer experience at each of those touch points. You need to start at the beginning. So you need to map every single customer interaction from the moment they first discover you. It might be through digital ad campaigns, email marketing, direct contact with team members, or other processes. You need to review those interactions that you have before, And this is where you'll highlight areas for improvement and establish who is responsible for what. So advice for when mapping each stage of the buyer journey, you need to ask yourself which theme or process is interacting with the customer at that moment. That's the first question that you need to know. Second one is how can these interactions be improved? The third one is look at the buyer personas developed in step 2, which is how are you going to improve the instructions or interactions based on what you know about your customer. Is this his or her preferred means of communication? Could there be a more effective way to get your message across? What's the customer trying to achieve? You need to know the customer's goal. That's the very important thing. What challenges does the customer face? How can you offer better support? Because sometimes when the customer experience when they have a lot of experiences, they will be having trust issues. So you need to offer your service and make them comfortable with you, and make them believe that you're the best fit on that job, or you know what you do, or you're the best on what you do. Okay. And the last one that you needed to know is what content is the customer coming into contact with. You need to know you need to know those informations when you are mapping each stage of buyer journey. The fourth one is establishing the processes for a 360 degrees customer experience. Okay, your CRM strategy planning is so far should have highlighted the areas that need improvement. And now you're going to look at the structure of your internal processes. Do you have the resources in place to provide a 360-degree customer experience? Do you have those services that the customers needed? Are you can you give those services to the customers? That's some of the questions that you need to ask yourself. Okay. And you need to do an audit of your roles and responsibilities to check all the necessary bases are being covered. And I'll be giving you now the examples areas to optimize processes. Okay, now is the step. Next step is study the market and know your positioning. It's always a good idea to look to the competitive landscape for inspiration when developing CRM strategies. You need to ask yourself, where does your company fit into the market? Second is, what is your unique selling proposition? What makes you different from others in your spaces? What makes you unique? Okay, for you to stand out. How do your competitors differentiate themselves? You need to know. You need also um, you also need to know their strategies. Okay, and what opportunities exist. And can you learn anything about how your competitors handle customer relationships? That's their strategies, how they gain, or how they will be getting the customer. What are their steps and strategies that's you need to find out. What are the trends in your industry right now? As they were saying, you need to go with the flow. You need to upgrade what is in now, what is new. Okay, and you need to know your product or services. So what you can do is to take time to revise and develop your product or service narrative and elaborate your value proposition. What are the messages you want to transmit? What benefits do you want to highlight? Why should the customer choose you over your competitors? Communicate this narrative internally and implement employee training where necessary. Everyone needs to be on the same page, relying the same message. This is also a good opportunity to define your brand tone of voice and put it in place best practice guidelines for communicating with customers. Second to the last step is invest in CRM software. That's very important. You need to have the latest CRM software. One of the best way to drive forward your CRM strategy is to invest in a CRM software for your business. It's great for collaboration between teams, storing customers' data, and keeping track at all interactions between you. You need to define your CRM software needs by evaluating your existing business processes and getting input from teams. The main factor to be considered when choosing a CRM software are price, capabilities, and ease of use. It's also important that your CRM can integrate with your existing tools. Okay, you need to match your software, your present software to your existing tools for you to integrate the informations that you have before. Marketing integrations aren't an issue with Sendinblue's CRM as it's part of the all-in-one marketing platform. If you already use the Sendinblue for marketing, campaign history will appear in contact profile along with the engagement metrics. It will automatically appear. You can also set task reminders and send emails directly from the contact profile page. The good news is Sendinblue's CRM feature is now available on a free plan. You can try that one if you wanted to, or if you were not using Sendinblue CRM feature. If you wanted to try it, um, they have a free plan for if you wanted to try it and to know what their features are, and yeah, the free CRM. You If you wanted to try it, you can download it, and once you have the software, you need to define rules for using it. Designate an admin to manage user access. When and how will your teams use this software? They need to be familiarized with the software also, because um, your team needs to be the one who is going to use it first before your consumers. You also have to define what constitutes a lead, prospect, and opportunity, etc. It's a good idea to put in place a pilot committee that be responsible for training people how to use the CRM software. You need to appoint someone or a team who will teach the customers how to use the CRM software. Remember to clean your contact list before importing. It's so that you're starting off with an organized and up-to-date database. The last one for the steps is setting key performance indicator or KPIs for each team. Or you need to set a goal for each team. Okay, so all strategic actions needs to be backed up by figures and data. All strategic actions need to be backed up by figures and data. And your CRM strategy is no exception. You need to be able to measure its progress. You outlined your CRM strategy or CRM strategy goals back in step 1. And what you're going to do is you're going to give your team some concrete targets to work towards. And remember that when setting objectives for your teams, remember to make them SMART, which stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. Example of performance metrics you may wish to include is customer satisfaction, which is very important. You need to know if the customers are satisfied with your services. Customer retention. customer churn, when a customer leaves the company. You need to know those informations. You need to collate those informations. You need to know why they are doing that. And the last one is the profit, or the profit. Overall totals per customer or per account. That's the very important data that you needed when building a CRM. Okay, so the success of your CRM strategy depends on the levels of engagement and collaboration of your teams. Get your employees on board from the beginning. Keep them informed, educated, and up to date on all the aspects of your CRM. That's the very important thing. Before you giving out services, you need to introduce it to your team first for them to be familiarized. Okay, and you can launch your CRM strategy today. A well thought out well thought out CRM strategy will do wonders for your customer retention and bottom line. You need to follow those 8 steps that I mentioned, um, and you'll be well on your way to customer relationship management for success of your business. And that's all. So I hope that those informations that I gave you will help you in establishing and building your business. It I hope that those steps will help you growing up your business, and I hope that you learn a lot on here my discussion. And if you have questions, you can visit my FB page. I will put the link below if you have questions about CRM or customer relationship management. And thank you so much everyone for watching my video, and see you next video. Thank you so much.